Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matthew Ahmed, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Pabbly, which is on pabbly.com. It's a new automation like Zapier and Make. So I just wanted to show you how this works today with the workflows and how it's different to Zapier and Make, and see if you wanted to use it for yourselves or for your clients yourself. So before we dive in, I just want to say a huge thank you to who subscribed and supported the channel. I'm just going to be showing you what you get on pabbly.com. So you're going to get email marketing, billing software, form builder, an affiliate module, an email verification, and all the integration software. This is all included in Pabbly. If you scroll down to the pricing, you will find that for a monthly it's $49 per month, which is more expensive than Zapier and Make. But what you're actually getting with this is 24,000 tasks every month. If you switch this to 3 yearly, obviously you could get it near enough half the price. So you get 24,000 tasks on the first one, you get 50,000 on the next one, and 100,000 on the one after that. There is a one-time lifetime access as well, which you can get. I will show you that in a moment. So I'm just going to go over how to use Pabbly in this video today and show you how it works and how to set it up. And you can judge for yourselves whether you want to stick with Make, stick with Zapier, but this one's a very good option, so it's completely up to you. I just wanted to show you today because nobody else is talking about this. I've actually bought this myself on the one-time fee, and yeah, it seems to be great. I get 10,000 tasks every month, and I'm just using that for my Twitter posts and things like that. I'm just setting up different automations to play around with it at the moment. Okay guys, so once you're in Pabbly, you're going to see that you've got your tasks allotted, consume, remaining, and free tasks. So your free tasks are anything that are Pabbly, which are these green ones, apart from obviously Google Sheets. You will come up as a free task here. They don't consume your tasks that you purchase. So what we're going to be doing in here is creating a workflow to our Chatbot, and then another workflow from our Google Sheet into HubSpot. So I'm going to show you how to do that today in Pabbly. We'll get to it now. So what you're going to want to do first is create a workflow. So we're just going to call this voice flow to Google Sheets. Okay, just make this simple for you. So once that is created, we're going to want to do a webhook. So it'd be webhook for Pabbly. You're going to get your webhook code here. You're going to click copy. You're going to want to go over to your Chatbot. If you haven't created this already, please go check the video up here. I'll link that in the description as well. You'll need that to obviously use this, but I'm guessing that you've already possibly done that. So we're going to want to go create an API and basically post in our workflow. So once you've posted that in, you're going to have to fill out this data here. This is everything you're capturing from the variables that we made in this. Obviously go to the video for reference, but I'm hoping that you're following along from the last video. I'm just showing this as an example, or go check it out now. So once you've done that, we're going to do a test request, and for this example I am just going to use test basically all the way down this just to show you. I'm actually going to call this test one, test one, test one, test one, test one, test one, and then in here we're going to call it test one. But on this one you need to make sure that you add the email, because this doesn't matter for Google Sheet, this matters for your CRM. So when your workflow for your CRM goes to send this data, and if you just had test one there, it would fail because it doesn't recognize it as a proper email, just so you know that. So you're just going to want to hit send request. Once you've done this, you're going to get 200 OK, your response accepted, etc, etc. We can just click off this now and we can go back to Pabbly. That should have updated. We've got all our test data here, and then we're going to want to send that to our Google Sheet. So just before we do that, you need to make sure that you've made a Google Sheet. So you can copy this one, because obviously that's what we're doing from this voice flow chatbot. So which is name, email, business name, etc. Just put those along the top, and then you can call this sheet lead generation, or just leads if you want to just call it that for ease. And then you're going to want to find this file from Pabbly. So what we're going to do is click in here, and we're just going to type sheet or she. So, and then we're going to go into this one, and we're going to want to add new row. We're going to want to click connect. Now, when you come to this, if you haven't done it already, you're going to have to fill out your Google account details. I have already done this, so I can just click save. So once you finish that, obviously just click save. That will then bring up your latest file, which we've just made, lead generation. So if it's not there, just go through and check. Make sure it's on sheet 1. So you just make sure that's there. And then you just need to fill this information out to what we did in the chatbot. So this is just capturing it from the webhook. So it's going to be name, email, scroll down a bit, business name, phone number, home bill, business size, and bill. Okay. So once that is done, you should have all of this in here, and then you're just going to hit save and send test request, which should come back saying updated rows 1. It's going to fill 8 columns and 8 cells, which basically is this here. So you're going to get test, etc., etc., everything that you filled out in that. We're just going to save this, and then we're going to go back out to the dashboard, and we're going to create a new workflow. So this workflow we are going to call Google Sheets to HubSpot CRM. Okay, I'm just doing this for ease. You can call it whatever you want, but yeah, I'm just making this so you can see what it's actually doing. So if you need to refer back to it later, you can. This time, we're going to be wanting to create another webhook. But there's a bit of difference to this one compared to Make and Zapier, because Zapier and Make have this integrated where you can connect to Google Sheets. With Pabbly, you have to install an extension and basically get this webhook to work. So we're going to select that, just select copy, and basically that'll start responding. So you're going to come over to here, you're going to go to extensions, you're going to want to go to add-ons, get add-ons, and then type Pabbly, and you're going to want to install this here, which obviously I've already got installed. Once you've done that, you won't need to do that again on any other Google Sheet, but all you will need to do is come to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This takes a couple of seconds to come up sometimes, and just go to initial setup, and in here we're going to paste that workflow, and we're going to put this as the last column. So the last column is H. So everything before that, it will capture everything before H, basically. So if this was I, it would capture everything before that. If it was B, it'd only capture these two, so on and so forth. Once you have done that, we need to test it. So we're just going to do a send test. And what is going to happen is it's going to show you here, if you scroll down, it'll show you all your test data. So that is good. And if we go back to Pabbly, you will see that that test data has come through. And then you're going to want to hit submit, and that will say setup configured successfully. Now, one thing you need to do in here is come back into this, and you need to turn on, so send on event. If you turn send on event on it and you put manual data in here, it will do it when it will update it to the CRM when you manually change it. So you can turn that on, it will come with a tick. And auto send is to send that data on a schedule. So it can take a few minutes for it to actually go through to the CRM. So, but just make sure you tick both of these anyway. So we just go into there, go back in, and you should see that's updated, and do the same on that one. And there you go. So let's go back to Pabbly, and if we go down, we now want to go into our CRM, which is HubSpot I'm using for this one. Obviously, if you've got your own, you can set this up. It's basically the same. You're going to want to create a contact, or you can go to the HubSpot website. So if you go to HubSpot, and you can obviously create an account here as well. So it just says get started for free up here. If you want to go do that before you carry on. And then basically you want to hit connect, fill in your details, same as like the Google stuff, hit save. And then in here, we're going to be wanting to find first name. It should be the first one. There's quite a lot in here, so it can be quite daunting, to be honest, when you're going through it. I always miss them sometimes. So you got last name if you want to capture that. Email, so you want to put the email. Phone number, so you can obviously capture more details like their street address and all that sort of stuff depending on what your chatbot is doing. Next thing you want to find is company name, so we go down here and we just align that with business name. And then if we go down and we do a save and send, and there you go, there's our data. So that would have sent all this information now over to our HubSpot CRM. So if you go over to your HubSpot and log in, you want to just go to contacts at the top. You're going to refresh here, and there is your test. So, and that's how you basically set up the CRM. So when you come back to Pabbly, you just want to hit save, and that will be now in your dashboard. You'll see your voice flow and your Google HubSpot. It says no task consumed because those were just tests. So in order to test this, you can come over to here, back to your chatbot, do another send request, and we can just do the same as what we did before, but just change it to test 2 or whatever you want to put in here. It's up to you. So we can do test 2. I'm just going to copy that at the top so I can just paste it. So test.com, and we're just going to go down each one of those, post them in, and there you go, that's sent. We just go back to Pabbly, and if we refresh this, we have 1 task consumed. And if you go to your lead generation, you should have your data in your Excel sheet, And then obviously you don't need this Excel sheet. You could just send this straight to your CRM, but it's completely up to you. But for this test, I'm just showing you how Pabbly works. So the task for HubSpot will happen within a few minutes. I don't know why it's a bit slower on HubSpot, but it definitely will happen. I can show you here in the history. These are what we've just done. There will be the HubSpot one above, and I was just doing some tests earlier, and this is how it works basically. So it will work and will come through. So it just takes a bit of time for the CRM. I'm going to be doing some more videos on voice flow. I've got a really good one. In fact, I can sort of show you that now, something that I'm working on, which is this one here called Real. I'm going to change that name. Wish I could do that right now, actually. So Real is real estate. And this one basically is a real estate chatbot, which will ask them whether they buy and rent, what their budget is. It will send it off to an API and then send that data up to here, and it will tell them how many houses it's found in their criteria. Obviously you can make this more advanced. I'm going to be playing around with it a bit more to make it a bit more fun, but yeah, I will be showcasing how to do this. Also can be done on a real estate website. This is the real estate website, which works off the same type of data, where it picks up this. You can put all this into your chatbot and attach your chatbot on here as well, but this is where I'm going to be showcasing how real estate chatbots work, just as an example. So it's a pretty neat site. So yeah, that's how that chatbot will be coming, but that's coming up in another video that I'm going to be doing. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for subscribing, and yeah, more to come. Have a great day. Bye.